Hey everyone, so I'm going to be doing a video for Fetty Walk today. If you guys are new to this channel or you found me from any of my true crime or general readings, not the celebrity readings, then I urge you guys to read the description below because the way I do celebrity readings is much different. And I don't want you to come here and be disappointed in the context of what I'm going to talk about, right? Do I feel like the information about what's going on right now in his current life is going to come through? Yeah, I do, because it's a big turning point in his life. So, of course, and that's the whole reason I was motivated to even do this video, but I just wanted to be clear with you guys, in case you were unsure of what might come through, because basically I'm opening up the doors to his guardian angels for the information to come through that's going to best serve him at this time. It's October 30th that I'm doing this reading, and I'm being receptive to the information. I'm not controlling the information. So if it's something that you think I'm going to specifically be digging for, unless I feel called to do that for clarification purposes for Fetty, then I'm not going to do it, right? What I usually do with the celebrity readings also is kind of brief you guys on what I know about the person, so you kind of know where my bias comes from. I'm aware that he's been arrested. I know that there were 5 to 6 other people that were involved, one being a corrections officer. Obviously I have my own theories about that kind of stuff, and my own opinions, which if you watch any of my other ones, I'm very anti-drug, so, and I know, to me they're all the same, one way or another they're all the same, but I know it was like fentanyl, heroin, I think crack cocaine, I don't know, all these really like hard drugs, obviously, and I know that he has a daughter that has passed away, and that he has other children, so that's, that he's a rapper. So that's what I know about him. And so yeah, let's just kind of get started, right? So what I see for you, Fetty Wap, is I feel like you are approaching this situation as if it's divine intervention. It seems as if you feel that you had no way out of this, even if you wanted to. And this is the best case scenario for you, and there's a sense of gratitude for this even happening. It feels like you didn't want necessarily for this to happen, but you have the awareness that that kind of lifestyle always comes to an end. You just, you know, you're taking the better end of the deal with regards to how it could potentially end for you, right? I feel like you, okay, how do I word this? Alright, so whatever you plan to do, whatever you're planning on doing, whatever you're thinking about doing with regards to your arrest, I feel that your guardian angels are saying that you are headed in the right direction. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're planning, you're headed in the right direction with that. I do feel that you have a bigger role in this, as far as like spiritually speaking, that this was destined to happen. I know that's probably hard to, I was going to say it would be hard to accept or wrap your head around, but not necessarily. I think I would be saying that for the general public. But if you were to see this video, then I feel like you fully believe that, have believed that, and have that awareness that you were born into this, like spiritually born into this lifestyle and this route because you know that there's some sort of outcome that's supposed to happen for you in order for you to heal some past life karma, and for you to experience and learn certain things. I think the trouble, it's not really trouble, but that's a poor choice of words, but essentially where you get lost in your thoughts is, what is the lesson though? Like, I know that I'm headed towards a powerful lesson, but I just don't know what it is. And to that I see, actually I'm hearing like a really high pitched noise, extremely high pitched noise that intercepts what that lesson is. And that's telling me that your guardian angels don't want me to look into it. They don't want me to relay that to you, because in doing that, that cuts you short of your process of getting to that realization yourself. I feel like you've been having dreams lately, even leading up to this. Like, you had dreams, you had visions. They weren't just dreams, because it's like towards the tail end of your sleep cycle, and then it leads into your wakings, like you kind of waking up into a daze of a vision that carries through. And that's been giving you a lot of divine messages. That's been giving you a lot of information there. And that's where you need to draw your attention to. For you to ask, like, well, what do I need to do? Where do I go from here? What should I do? Don't put the power in other people's hands. Don't put your destiny in other people's hands. Okay? Don't allow any other person or a reader, like or a psychic, to tell you what is to come. Okay? Because it's dependent on what you choose to do right now. And the answers that you're looking for, what's best for you, is coming from an internal source that's being communicated to you through spiritually. And I'm being drawn, like, it's like after I said that, it's like I see this image almost as like a picture slide, and you're going, or like you know, the transparencies that they use. I don't know if they still use them in school systems, but it has like a projector, and then you put the transparency. So it's like your guardian angels are like taking that transparency off and replacing it. Like, it's like, okay, next subject. And the next subject is about your personality, and to respect and honor and cherish and reflect on your personality, okay? Because what I see for you is your approach to life is very refreshing and unique and inspirational and beautiful. And to get more specific into that, is you're the kind of person that when people spend time with you or when they meet you, it's like a return to childhood, right? You have a very childlike demeanor, and that's not to say that you're immature or that you're goofy, like in a very, very funny way. Like, goofy to me is always very good, but I don't see you as really being like extremely just like, you know, like a comedian and jokester. It's just you're very playful and lighthearted and kind of sweet and delicate and quick-witted and a little mischievous and like sneaky, but like in a cute way. Like, it's not a malicious kind of sneakiness. Okay, that's the core of your personality. And considering the things that you've experienced in life and the people that you're surrounded with, to maintain that type of personality, to maintain that type of approach to things is admirable in a lot of ways, okay? Because where the world could get to a lot of people and you would expect to see someone who's very hardened, there is a part of you that's been shielded for all of your life. And that's going to help carry you forward and through this particular situation that you're in now. And that particular type of personality that you have, it gives you the freedom to look at yourself and find things about yourself that you could feel good about. It gives you the freedom to approach things in different ways, to explore it in different ways and see different perspectives of your life, and what led you to this. Like, it gives you that childlike curiosity that we should all aim to maintain, because through that we can find the grace for ourselves, or we can find the youth in our experiences and become better because of that, okay? And then I'm being drawn back to you being a child again, and how there's a significance to you wanting to be an artist. I don't know if this is drawing, painting, sketching, like something that feels like pen to paper kind of thing. Like, it feels very much like that. There could be a sport involved. I do see, I see a basketball court, but it feels distant. So it's almost as if you were near a court, like if you were at school or you were outside near like a basketball court, and then you wanted, like, it would be like internally your desire would be to draw, but then you played basketball instead, or you observed, or you were drawing while some sort of association there. And I'm not 100% sure why that's being acknowledged. I don't feel a desire to really look into it. I kind of want to keep everything kind of glossed over, okay, for you, because again, I feel like there's a lot of interpretation that you need to come to terms with that'll help you out. And I think if you were to see this video, this would be a lot of good confirmation for you that you're on the right track, and it would help you unlock the unknown within you, because it is known and it's always been known, but there was some doubts or distractions, and you know, I feel like all the distractions, and I don't think there were that many doubts, but a lot of distractions, and you getting in your own way. But I feel like it was part of your path. It was all part of your destiny. And there's something else about you and your personality that I feel like I wanted to point out, that your guardian angels were acknowledging. I guess, I think I said it, but I don't remember, about how, oh, that's it. So when I was talking about how, like, the world could have gotten to a lot of people and hardened them, right? And it didn't necessarily do that to you. In a lot of ways, there's a big portion of you that is still how I said you were, you know, very childlike. And I don't feel like you consciously protected that, right? I don't feel like you were even really protecting yourself at all when it comes to it. It just felt very natural to you. And the reason it felt natural is because your guardian angels were protecting you for that, okay? And I think if people were to kind of like just talk to you about like things that happened in your life and be like, how are you so strong? Like, how did you get through it? How are you like the way that you are, you know. I want to be like that in a lot of ways. And it's like, how, you know, how come you're so, it's almost seemingly unaffected, you know, how, basically, how do you do it? How do you be who you are? And you would say something along the lines of like, this is just how I am. You know, this is just my personality. I've always been this way. It's just, you know, this is just how I feel. Like, it's just me. And yes, it is. But it was maintained and protected by your guardian angels so that you could be this way and you can get into the situation you're in now, and then use those qualities about yourself in a different way, right? Does that make sense? To get you through this. And not only, it's not just about getting through it and surviving it, whatever, it's the learning. It's about expanding your own awareness of your own soul's journey, and about, again, you getting in your own way, and what fears had caused a narrow-mindedness in the way that you conducted your life that led you to this. Because it's like if you felt like you had like finite possibilities. I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this. That's it. That's my choice. Without the realization that you had infinite possibilities. It's not A, B, or C. There's A-1, B-3, C-. There's the rest of the alphabet. And there's also, you know, a different, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, you did not have to choose these different things, right? However, destiny was involved in this, okay? You were supposed to feel as if you only had select choices. You were supposed to go down this particular route, feeling like these were your only possibilities, okay? You weren't ready to have that full realization yet of what I'm telling you, and what's also coming to you through visions, and what's coming through you in dreams, and what's coming through you in feelings of people who have passed away, adults who have passed away. Well, there's more to it, but I feel like you're deeply spiritual. I feel like you're deeply connected to God and to the angelic realm. You have a lot of attachments there, okay? I can see, like visually, psychically, what I'm seeing is like energetic cords that are stretching towards the angelic realm. You have a lot of them. Like, it looks like energetic, like literally, like if this was you, like physically you, and energetically you have all of these, like, kind of like, you know, those balls you can touch and see the electricity coming off of it, connecting to your hand. So it's like, and these electricity cords, that's you, like your cords from your soul to the angelic realm. It's to the realm. It's not to particular souls, other souls, or to your guardian angels. It's just very high vibrational, and it's keeping you there. It's keeping you connected, because it's a lot of previous lifetime experience, whether this is as a human, like, you know, you incarnated as a human being, or just your soul being, you know, in other places, or even interdimensionally, what's going on. Interdimensionally, I see a lot of gold, but I feel like I don't want to get, like, I feel like I need to stay shallow with this. I would love to get into it though, but I don't think I'm supposed to. I really don't think I'm supposed to. But there's a lot going on there. Angelically, okay? I guess these are the ones that really want to come out. Let me move this out of the way. I was gonna shuffle the cards some more, but these like crinkled in my hands. So we have don't back down. That looks like a basketball in her hand to me, a basketball on fire. I have undying love, independent, high priestess, quiet time. Interesting. Yeah, it's where oh my gosh, I'm stuttering now. Where have your fears led you up until now? Where were you letting your fears dictate your life, right? And again, I don't feel like you have a lot of, do you have regrets? I feel like you're torn. You're torn because what I'm saying is very, very much in line with what you feel on a spiritual level. I think you're very, very psychic. And it's like, I want to feel sorry. Like, I do feel guilty. I didn't want, you know, things to be the way that they are or the way that they have been. I didn't even want to really do this to begin with. I wasn't really into it. Like, my heart wasn't into it. I could feel that I wasn't passionate. I could feel that I wasn't fulfilled because I know what fulfills me. I know what I love. I know who I love. I know what I want. And yet I felt pulled in different directions and that there was something more to it. I just didn't really know why. And, you know, it's like on a personal level, I should feel bad. Like, I should feel guilty. I should feel remorseful and angry with myself. And, you know, maybe, I don't know about beating yourself up about it. I don't feel like that's really, I don't know. I wouldn't say all that, but it's like, I should feel something more than what I feel now. But at the same time, on a spiritual level, I feel like pretty much everything that I said, right? That this was meant to happen, this was meant to be, that there's something that you're supposed to grow from with this experience, and that there's a lot of it that you wouldn't take back. And I think there's like a guilt with that because it's like, I want to take things back. I want to feel those kind of things. And again, I think it's that crossing over, it's a blending of being so connected to the spiritual realm and having that understanding about your life purpose and your destined path. And you know, it's kind of, I don't know, jarring's the word, but it's like it feels disassociated in a way, or like it just feels strange. It's like I know why I'm doing these things, and so it just, I don't know. I think I'm making, I'm sure I made myself clear, but I guess I'm just trying to, I don't know, I'm just trying to verbalize it better. But again, like I said, of like, when you let your fear dictate yourself, then you're getting in your own way, right? You're getting too comfortable with things, or you're not, you know, and not trying as hard, or you're allowing negative self-talk getting in your way, or, which I don't really necessarily see it as clear as that. It's more of like the negative self-talk would be like, well, this is what I have to do, or this is my life, or, you know, I can't get out of this, or, you know, I've already come this far, or whatever it is, right? Or this is what I'm used to. That's the negative self-talk. But I see you, it's just, I think what's really going to come down to is that your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts, your connection to the spiritual world and to the angelic realm is just going to be so overwhelmingly strong and powerful that you're going to be forced, like you're forcing yourself to change your perspective on everything, in the sense of being so strong in your beliefs and what you know on a spiritual level, that the outside world, the external experience, your physical world is going to, it's going to have to change. Am I making myself clear? You know, like, there's just, it is what it is. Like, how do I say this? I think I've just made myself clear enough, okay? There's going to be a drastic change because this divine intervention has happened that you've been searching for, that you know that this is divine intervention that is putting you onto your next chapter of your life where things are going to be radically different for you, and you have no other choice. Yeah, you have free will, but because of all of your previous lifetime experiences, because of your connectedness to the spiritual world, because you are a deeply spiritual person, I feel like you're very close to being like shamanic, if I'm honest. Like, there's something very deeply spiritual about you in a positive way, okay? And it's been dormant for some time, in the sense that you haven't been able to showcase it, you haven't been able to fully express it, you haven't been able to fully tap into it because of all this other stuff that's been going on, which was supposed to happen. Okay, this was all supposed to bring you to this moment. Now that you're in this crossing over into the next chapter, all of those spiritual desires that you have, even in the physical world where you are having all of these experiences spiritually, that you want to connect to, that you want to tap into, that you want to talk about, that you want to express, that you want to explore, but couldn't do it because of the things that were going on in real life, are all getting erased in a lot of ways. And you're going to feel radically different. You're going to feel more like yourself than you've ever felt in your entire life, because you had that, it's almost as if you were living two different worlds, right? You're living your physical world, and then you're living your spiritual world. And your spiritual world is fully aware of your physical world, and you felt like you couldn't fully connect on a emotional level or an intellectual level in ways that would seem normal for people in the physical world, because you knew psychically, and you had this awareness psychically of why you were doing those things, right? And so that's where things are coming back into order, and now it's in alignment where how you're living physically is going to be in alignment with how you're feeling spiritually. And now you can walk together in spirit and in physical as the person that you have been training and rising up to become, okay? There's a lot about honesty that's coming through, and a lot about truth, and a lot about patience, okay? So it's being patient with yourself. and knowing when it's time to make your move. Okay, it's about trusting in the fact that you have the answers, that you're receiving the answers, and you're communicating at the right time for those answers. Don't try and force anything, any information to come through. Don't be demanding when it comes to where to take your next movement, right? Because it needs to happen once again by being pulled in through spirit, right? So don't allow yourself to fall into some sort of trap, a mental trap or imprisonment of saying, I need to do something, I need to be impulsive, I need to move when I don't feel like I'm ready to move, because you haven't been like that before. You aren't like that, right? And you are very aware of when you're acting out of fear, and you try and practice not doing that, right? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of feeling of wanting to be impulsive, and to talk about how you're so connected angelically, to say that there are these small little snippets of temptation to go elsewhere would be, in essence, evil. It would be satanic. It is alive and teeming around these other parts of your cords, right? In between all of this, these bright cords, it's like static. This is the fuzziness. This is the part that is trying to get you to move faster, right? It's trying to get you away from your quiet time, away from your solitude, away from your visions. Don't pull away from your visions. Don't pull away from knowing to be like, I don't know how to say this, Shaolin master, like whatever, what is that Karate Kid, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like they have to be they're listening to spirit, right? Like a warrior. To me, a difference between a warrior and a soldier is a soldier's just taking orders, no thought, right? Tell me what to do and I'm gonna do it. A warrior, it takes time, very long time. It takes being a soldier and learning those skills, and then it takes being in a meditative space and combining those two skills and saying, okay, I'm fully prepared. I'm fully ready for battle. But Spirit, God, angels, tell me, when do I make that move? Whisper it to me, speak to me, communicate to me. And that's when I'll know. I won't hesitate in that moment. I won't second guess myself. I won't, procrastinate. And I definitely won't move too early. I won't move too soon. I won't move too fast. I will move when the time is right. And I will know because I'm listening to my higher self. Okay. So I'm going to pull from Archangel Gabriel really quick. And then we will end here. Share your art with the world. It's time to allow others to enjoy your creative work. Okay? And I feel like this is a big message for you to keep going. Keep going. Allow this experience that you're currently going through to fuel your creative outlet. Okay? Allow this as a blend to create, but in a way that's meaningful to you, not a product of your pain in the sense of creating more pain, not a product of other people dictating for you. Make this purely you. Make this purely spiritual in a positive way, right? Allow this to enlighten the world and brighten the world and protect the world in a way that I feel on a level in the physical you weren't protected, right? So it's, how do I say this? By bringing your trauma Okay, I'll consider all of this trauma. Bring your trauma into an artistic way of expression by drawing in communication from spirit. And this doesn't just have to do with art, okay? Everything that I was saying doesn't have to do with art. I'm saying this is a separate but additional message, is remembering that you, like everything that has happened in your life, you were able to do, not only because you were spun by the hands of God, but because through many lifetimes you were able to create this upward progression of your soul, and allowed you also with tragic opportunities, very beautiful opportunities, and in ways that you weren't protected in the physical world, you were protected spiritually. And in that spiritual protection and in that spiritual work that you've been able to do as a human being, you have been able to recognize why those things happened. And by bringing that positive outlook and that strong motivational outlook into your artistic endeavors, will allow healing and protection of those that may not have the physical protection that they deserve and desire, right? And that is being done because you're being you're being a hopeful example of what can happen or what can become in a very positive way, in a very positive light. And you're fully, like, this would be very natural for you, okay? I'm not going to say that it would be easy for you. I'm not going to say that you would be surprised at how things work out for you or anything. I think it would feel very natural for you. It would feel like you were in your element and that this is something that you were meant to do. It would feel, once again, like this is who I've been training to become for lifetimes. This is who I've always felt that I was. This is who I wanted and prayed and wished to be. And here I am being that person. It just feels right. It just feels like I'm in alignment with what I was supposed to do. And that's where I see you headed, and I see a lot of emotions being released from this. I see a lot being healed, and it's like the divine, it's not just divine light, but it's like, it is. It's like this holy water just being bathed in holiness and washing you clean of all of your, it's not sins. I mean, yeah, maybe some sins, but it feels like you're being bathed in holy light, and all of the darkness or shadows or confusion and pain is being cleansed from you, because you understand everything in a way that you always felt you understood, but now you know it for sure. Now you know it, and it allows you to, again, just continue breathing that life into the world. Okay? I hope that helps. Hope that made sense. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.